What's up guys, Easton here, finally back with another YouTube video. Thank you guys for tuning back in to Down South Expeditions. Now, things are getting serious guys. In 9 days, we're setting off on one of the most intense overlanding adventures I will probably ever get to do for the next 5 to 10 years of my life. Me and Caleb, who is behind the camera right now, are going to be setting sail, hitting the road, and going all the way to, we're going to tour all of Wyoming, a lot of Colorado. We're going to check out all of what those two states have to offer, and I'm pretty excited for it. So, you can't do that kind of stuff with minimal gear, so today we're going to be showing you guys all the new and improved things that we are taking on this trip, which is this table from Sportsman's Warehouse that we got about 30 minutes ago. I'm going to show you all the other cool gadgets and stuff that I'd found online that I thought, man, that would really help make the trip a little bit easier, a little bit nicer to be on, and we're just going to show you guys what we got and a little more, and then share with you what we're going to do on our trip. Without further ado, let's get into the first item. In Wyoming and Colorado, there are a lot of wild habitat, a lot of wild creatures out there. So first thing you want to pick up is some good old bear spray, and I'm going to show you how it, no, I'm just kidding. This stuff shoots about 35 foot. I don't know if we're going to be running into bears. Most likely we will see some, at least from the road. Hopefully they don't get too close to the campsite or anything like that, but you know how it goes. You never know what's going to happen when you're on the road. So picked up some bear spray. Everything that you guys will see in this list can be found on Amazon, so if you're interested in any of this stuff, because a lot of it is not only for big 3-week, month-long trips, you can use it just on your overnighters, weekend trips, and it just makes things a lot bit easier. So, this is from Skeeterhawk. This is a new product that I hadn't really seen before. Obviously, the Thermocell, something that we also have gotten, which I just had laying around the house, and picked up a new one, but this stuff is pretty neat. This is a mosquito wristband. I'm sure this type of thing has been around for a long time, but I researched it, and I thought when we're not having the thermocells running, if the mosquitoes or bugs in general are pretty bad up there, it would be a good idea to carry one of these on. They last for 30 days. They have reusable tabs on them, so once it's been a few days and you see, or 30 days or however long, and you notice they're not very effective anymore, you can switch them out with the new tabs and they're good to go. Alrighty, our next little small item on the list is just standard thermocell. You guys have been using thermocells for years. I have as well. Super easy to use. They give a good, when they're in place, they work the best. Now walking with them, they kind of work, but it's best to have them in one spot because they create like a little shield of about 15 feet or so to kind of keep those mosquitoes out. And the last thing you want to be doing is trying to cook food, set up camp, anything like that, and have those pesky mosquitoes aggravating you, biting you all over the place, because that's just no fun. Our higher end items, our middle of the road item that we thought would really just make the whole trip a little bit more enjoyable. Now obviously after about, you can go for maybe a day, 2 days, depending on where you're at, without taking a shower, but if you're like me, a day is long enough without a good hot shower. And hot shower is something that we were definitely looking for. Now obviously you guys have seen the, you know, the sunray heated, what's the word I'm looking for? The thermal heated from the sun water ports where you can pump them up and take a shower, but that's kind of a luck of the draw thing. If the sun's good that day, then yeah, you might get some good hot water in it, but if it's not and it's cloudy, you're kind of out of luck and you're going to be taking a cold shower, and that's just no good. So this is the Mr. Heater Base Camp outdoor system. This thing runs you about $200 on Amazon, link below, and after just testing it out a few times, it is awesome. So what's going to come with this is obviously the heater itself, and it uses a 1-pound propane tank bottle, or you can rig it up to where you can use your 5-pound or 15-pound tank, whatever you have on your vehicle. I just usually use the 1-pounders. Now, over time, we might get a 5-pound and just rig it up for that. But that screws into the little piece over here. Comes with a charger, which it is battery operated. It says you can take up to 40 minutes of showers with the one charge, and that's going to be super awesome because you won't have to be charging it all the time. You'll be able to use it multiple days on the road, and then whenever it is dead, you can just go ahead and charge it up. So with the unit, it comes with a little electric pump on there that plugs into this side. It all has quick disconnects, and it's going to give you about 10 feet or so. This one is about 5 feet worth of water hose and cord there. It plugs in on this side, and then the shower hose is 10 feet long. So super easy. It has different temperature levels on there as well as flow rating, so if you're trying to use the least amount of water as possible, you can do that as well, or you can open it up all the way. It uses, we did a test, it does exactly 1.125 gallons per minute, so it's going to get you about a 4-minute shower out of about 4.5 gallons of water, or you can put it in the creek, use that, whatever you choose. One last thing on the base camp outdoor system. The shower head does not have an on and off switch on it, so it's best if you have somebody outside of the shower like, all right, turn it on. They turn it on, turn it off. That way you're just not constantly using your propane as well as your water, because sometimes that can be hard to go by depending on where you're at. All right, our next couple items that we're going to be bringing with us is a first aid kit, which is an absolute must for going away for such a long time, as well as the Gear America recovery kit, which is something that I should have bought a long time ago when we started doing these trips, but it's just now something I've put into my tool bag of things to get us through these journeys. Now this is the Adventure Medical Kits Be Safe Ultralight Watertight Medical Kit 0.5. Now this is going to be for about a 2-person kit. You can get these at Academy, you can get them at Sportsman Warehouse, pretty much anywhere that sells any type of camping gear. They're going to have some first aid kit. It has band-aids in it, all type of antibacterial stuff, medicines, aspirin, Tylenol, just about everything, gauze, everything you're going to need to repair yourself if you get in a bind. Now, a little bit more exciting is going to be the Gear America off-road kit. Now this thing is about $170 on Amazon, depending on which day you can get it on, and the kit's absolutely awesome. So I'm going to kind of do a quick run through. This isn't going to be a full review because we haven't had to use it yet, but to show you everything that's in it. So obviously the bag is not just the bag for the parts that are inside, but it's going to be what you put over your ropes and stuff when you are snatching or pulling a vehicle out of whatever situation that it's in, and that's going to keep that kinetic energy from taking those ropes and shooting them into either vehicle. It's going to try to slow it down a little bit and try to keep those around it safe. Now, in this ultimate off-road kit, I believe this is a 15-foot or 10, I'm not sure, snatch rope. It's just all around good quality. It's got 2 hooks on the end of it, loops. Comes with the soft shackle kind of guard on there to keep it from fraying up if you did have it on a D-ring or something like that. And overall, the rope is just really nice quality stuff. On the other side, you're going to have what they call a tree hugger. Obviously, it's in the name. You can put this around a tree, take your D-ring, close it up around there, and give you something to winch yourself off of in a tight situation. Obviously, as you guys know, on the Ranger we do not have a winch, but we do have the high-lift jack. So worst case scenario, we have to break this bad boy out and the rope and just figure it out while we're there. Alright, so open up the bag. This is all included inside the kit. You're going to get your very heavy-duty snatch block. This is a, let's see here, 9 US ton snatch block. That's what it's rated for. If you guys never seen a snatch block before, you would have, in the right situation, your tow rope through here, and then your tree hugger or whatever rope you want on the other side, and it basically just makes whatever you're towing it with about 2 times more efficient or more powerful than it would if it was just connected straight to the tow rope. Also in the kit, it's going to come with a very nice set of padded gloves on the outside. That way you're not busting up your knuckles and stuff like that. And then as well as 2 high quality D-rings for the tree hugger as well as the snatch rope. So kit for about $170. You can't really beat it. It's super high quality stuff, and it also comes with a lifetime warranty as long as you register it once you get the product. So Gear America, shout out to you guys. Definitely going to be using more of your stuff in the future. Alright guys, so the last few things here on our list is going to be, obviously, you know, we got the Goal Zero 200X, which has been an absolute phenomenal unit. I've used it on all of our trips, charging cell phones, batteries, cameras, lights, everything that needs to be charged, and this thing's an absolute beast. If you guys have not wanted to pull the trigger yet on the more expensive 500, the 1000, and then like the 1500, which I think is $2,000, which is a little bit insane for a battery, but this baby for a few $100 bucks is going to get you through probably about 3 days worth of charging your devices. Now, I knew sometimes we were probably going to get pretty far out there as far as away from civilization, so I went ahead and got the Yeti, the Goal Zero 20-watt solar panel. This thing does a great job of charging it up. It's not the fastest solar panel ever. It's not going to get this thing topped up in just a few hours, or charged at all in just a few hours. I think it takes about 16 hours to charge it from 0 to 100, and that's if you have the most perfect conditions for charging the battery. I mean, perfect sunlight and everything. But it gave me a little bit of peace of mind as far as if I got out there and something happened and I needed to charge it up. Now, this Goal Zero does come with the proprietary charging port for the Goal Zero's batteries, as well as a USB port on there, just standard USB, so that way if you want to charge your phone straight from this, you can do so. Now, let's see here. That should be picked up this pot for boiling and unthawing foods and stuff like that. I talked about the water heater, and oh yeah, how could I forget? I finally pulled the plug on the Iceco LV75 Pro freezer fridge, Bluetooth, wireless, the whole 9 yards, and I'm super excited about that. That is going to be here in just a few days, so I'll probably be doing a full review of that fridge freezer once we get on the road. I am going to be powering it off the 200X, so you guys will be able to see firsthand what this thing can do as far as charging the fridge freezer. So what our plan is throughout the day when we're driving, we're going to have the truck charging the battery, and the battery is going to be sending power to the refrigerator. Now, the refrigerator, when it's not being opened and closed all the time, it's going to pull very, very little voltage, watts, all that kind of stuff. So it shouldn't be too much of a strain on this. We're going to do some testing, see if we can just leave it plugged into the truck overnight, if it's going to deplete the battery. We're going to do all that stuff before we even leave the house. That way we know there's not going to be any confusion. So without further ado, guys, I cannot wait to show you our trip coming up. It's going to be something that I'm probably never going to be able to do again, and if I am, it's going to be a lot longer down the road, and I just can't wait to show it with you guys. You guys have been a huge support to the channel, to me especially. Just you guys showing your interest to a young guy like me who's just getting to live the dream, and I'm super, super fortunate to be able to do so. So before I go off to college and all that kind of stuff this summer, and it slows down my YouTube career for a little bit, I hope you guys enjoy our month-long trip out there, and can't wait to show it to you. So till we start the trip, we're leaving on June 15th. That's going to be next Tuesday. Guys, make sure you follow me on Instagram at e.brandon_. We're going to be doing Instagram lives, posts, all that kind of stuff live on the way out there. All 30-something hours of driving that we're going to be doing in a couple of days. So make sure you tune in for that and check all that stuff out as well. And that's going to do it. All things mentioned in the video in the link below. You'll be able to check them out on Amazon, and as you guys know, it helps me out a little bit. So if you don't mind doing that, it's going to pay for our trip, which would be super awesome. So go pick you up a solar panel, go get you a shower, go get you some recovery gear in the hopes to help out a young dude like myself. So till next time, peace.